Man is Ryan interested in the old jail here.
Oh, great, awesome. All right, we're getting started. Yeah, all right, let's do our thing here.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, with that, I'll call the meeting to order.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve today's agenda for September 5th, 2023.
I will second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
and I will make a motion to approve the minutes for August 29th, 2023.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Well, let's drop down to number 6 for public input and
Great.
let's hear what you got to say.
All right, let's see. Do I stand up or?
No, this is pretty informal here.
Yeah, we're not.
My wife and I are interested in opening kind of like a museum. We do a lot, we travel all over, go to paranormal locations. And then we saw the jail and we've been looking for a building in town or something, and we saw the jail and we thought that'd be perfect. So I was thinking, oh, it's been sitting there, so I figured out what it was. It looks like it's in great condition on the inside, as far as it's not gonna fall apart. And then I read an article saying that they're gonna tear it down.
We thought about it.
Yeah, and I was like, that'd be perfect, it's historical. And in Omaha, we always wanted to do stuff like that, but they always tore it down and built something bigger. So we like history, we like maybe save a little history. And it's something that people can come and view. They can always see a bit of it each time.
Ooh,
My daughter and her boyfriend do a lot of those ghost hunting things. And
Yeah.
They
There's a lot of
travel
people
all
around this
over
Mhm.
to do that.
Yeah,
And it's getting to be quite popular, and I'm all for taking a building, especially in town, and making a business out of something that largely is going unused for many years. The only issue that we have, and we have some discussion between us, is parking.
Mhm.
Now, obviously, a lot of your stuff will be done in the evenings or on the weekends where the courthouse isn't open, the school's not open, and the parking is there, but there is a little bit of a parking issue if you do it during the week between the hours of 8 and 4:30.
yeah, generally these things aren't like, you're gonna have 40 people there at once. You might have a few people stop by here and there, it's not like a museum in town here, I mean, you drive by, you don't see a lot of people there all the time. The most part is people come from other states, you might get a few here and there. But it's not gonna be like a big old crowd.
What would your anticipated hours of operation be?
At first, my wife wanted to do his appointment only, so it'd mostly be evenings and stuff like that. She might be occasionally open during the day when she can take the daughter to daycare or something like that.
Year round, or is it seasonal?
Year round.
Year round, okay.
Yeah, the most would be like if someone wanted to book it overnight. We would have like a group of no more than 5-6 people that would stay the night. And just look around themselves and do their own thing.
Would you do anything to the outside area of the building? What kind of decor would you use outside?
Not too much. As far as anything that would like.
Just signage?
Signage, stuff like that. Maybe during Halloween, it would be something cool.
Good.
Like we were looking at different things we could do on the outside just to decorate it, stuff like that. But as far as historical value, I wouldn't mess with anything too much on the outside. Keep the landscaping good.
You familiar with the boiler room? It was fairly new, but it's been setting for, so I don't know if it would be any good or not. It's sat for about 11 years now without anything running to it.
Yeah,
There is some building problems that will have to be addressed. I think the roof's leaking.
Roof's leaking.
Um,
There might be some window problems. There's I heard there's a little bit of mold mildew inside of it.
not much. When I looked at it, it was in the basement. That'd be
You
quick.
can
and
smell a
easy.
little bit
Yeah,
in the basement.
and that's just water running in.
Yeah.
I don't think the building's in any danger of falling down in any time soon, but
There'll be some maintenance.
I don't think we have water to it anymore. I think we abandoned the water. I think the sewer's still hooked up, electricity's unhooked, I'm pretty sure it's unhooked. So I'm just letting you know all the things.
You know, guy who can do the electrical and the. I'm an electrician too, sorry.
Okay.
So my brother's a mechanical engineer, so as far as boiler goes, I can
Yep.
convince him to come out and look at it. That's what he does all over the country.
I just didn't want you to make sure that you thought it was still being heated every year and.
Oh, yeah, I know, yeah, definitely.
Tracy's unlocked it for him a little over a week ago, and he's toured it, so.
I just wanted to make
Well,
sure.
yeah.
Heard it.
Buyer beware, we want to make sure you're.
A lot of these places, when we travel to them, they don't have that kind of stuff in there. Like at all. Like some don't even have heat. So I made the mistake once of going to one on January 1st, my wife's anniversary, and I forgot my coat. So it was the coldest day of the year, I think it was.
And it wasn't in Florida, right? It was, yeah.
Unfortunately, it was in Malvern, Iowa.
Well,
There was one room that was heated, I spent a lot of time in it.
well, I'm all for getting something back on the tax roll and getting a vacant building utilized and maybe attracting more people to the area. That's an awesome thing. What I think we're probably gonna have to do though is we have to put it out to public and say, hey, we're gonna dispose of this building. And
We got 2 weeks of public comment.
right,
To get rid of a
Right.
county asset.
right.
And I think too, we'll write up, we'll have our county attorney write up some of the things that, like parking situations and get that all ready, for we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
And some other things too, as far as. I think we got a little bit to do with appearances. I mean, if you're gonna keep it the same, I'm good with it, but I think we gotta put it in writing. Some sorts, with it being a county, joining to a county property and. In the city we don't make everybody mad by something happening, you know, like
So
somebody.
some of the things that we worry about isn't necessarily selling it to you and letting you run it. It's the next guy.
Yeah.
You know, once you're done with it, then what's the next guy gonna do with it, you know, so.
That could mean right into.
Yeah.
We might put first right of refusal when it.
Yeah.
Let's say in 20 years you. Want to get rid of it.
We get first shot at it, or
might-
the city gets first shot at it or something.
Yeah,
And then my wife, she'll want to keep it forever.
Yeah, well,
but you know, we'll.
Yeah, I understand.
we don't wanna see a 20-room apartment complex over here, you know, that's probably not.
Yeah,
We have had some individuals that have come to town to bought old buildings that have not maintained them, and the city has had some very difficult times with those people, so. We're just a little, I was ex-mayor of Wapello, so when I say the city is a little gun shy on.
yeah, I'm sure one of those buildings was one of the ones we were interested in.
Probably. Probably. So, yeah, I think it's great. I'm all for moving forward and making something happen for you. I'm
And then we
very
come up
excited.
with a price.
Yeah.
Yep, no,
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thanks for coming in.
Come with an offer, we don't have an assessor right now to. Put a price on it, but we can talk to a realtor or something.
Okay.
thanks so much.
All right.
yeah,
Thank you very
yeah,
much,
thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks for stopping by.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Where are you from?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Wow.
Hopefully I can come work out here soon.
Yeah, right.
Nice seeing you, and
Thank you.
Kevin,
It's been here since
right?
January.
And
What's
what's your
that?
wife's
They've been living
name?
here since January.
Stephanie.
Oh, really?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day.
Thanks a lot.
Where are they living at?
Ice it. Ice it.
Is that the White House that sold?
In January.
Interesting.
He moved here because he said his sister lives here.
They have kids.
I
I never understood that.
Be nice to see some more kids going into the school district. If that was how it worked out.
Well, let's go to meetings attended, we'll get this thing shut down.
I had a pretty quiet week. I didn't, have too much going on. I hid in the air conditioning. Well, not hid, but I worked in the air conditioning. So.
I had bidding and we had nobody show up on the day of the bidding on Friday. And that's probably our fault. I should have probably stopped it. Most people Friday at 8 o'clock on concrete, they're pouring concrete in the morning because it's getting hot in the
Yep.
afternoon, so.
Should have had
But
it.
I talked to a couple afterwards and they said, hey, I can't make it. How do you expect me to make it at 8 o'clock? So I'm gonna meet with them today and tomorrow, take them around to them spots, but, yeah, we just, we gotta understand that people work.
Is this for conservation? Yeah.
And, so I'm gonna meet with them today and tomorrow. Probably in the afternoon when it's hot, when they're not working, but,
Well, tomorrow should be a big change in temperature.
hopefully
Yeah,
get
it's
some rain
supposed to
out
be.
there.
I wouldn't count on that.
What kind of?
The trees are dying.
I know. The yards went from green to brown in about 4 days.
Yeah.
Hey, I had nothing. It's, can't think of any course. I see later on in our. We have a review. Oh, it's auditor appointments. As far as assessor, Paul is meeting with the Des Moines County assessor. I'm gonna get back to us
This week.
Thursday or something. So that's about the only thing I can think of that I have for.
No, that's the other thing we could do is we could look at, do they have an assessed value on that building?
They don't because it's government, but we can. I've already seen it.
You already seen
I
it?
don't know if Sean's seen it yet or not. I've seen it.
Yeah, we've all seen
Yeah,
it.
Okay.
How did you see that? Okay, here's number 9 we could go to.
It's number 9. Ooh, another fireworks permit. Inlets.
This is for a wedding.
Is that what it's for?
Mhm.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the fireworks permit for Jeremy Barnes in Letts, Iowa.
On October 7th,
Yep.
and I second that.
Okay, we have a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did we talk to anybody, Brandon, did you say anything about taking the garbage disposal out?
I have not,
Okay,
but I can, because I'm gonna be out there this week.
yeah, you
So,
said you
Yeah.
might talk to him last week, I just wanna make sure
He
we
was
work on getting that out.
tied up on some stuff. And just to note, we've had some local attempted break-in and enterings, so just kind of keep your eyes open. They tried to get in one of our apartments upstairs in the building in town. Yeah,
I see they got the one over at the cabins last week, I actually caught him. Guy from Washington.
oh yeah, over by Combs Junction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good catch.
yeah.
Okay, there's 2 copies here.
Oh, one of them is that the Waplo one? One's
Yes.
July's and one's August.
Oh, okay.
He forgot to send us July.
Okay. Thank you. Let me see, it kind of quieted down in August a little bit.
Yeah, well, don't say that too loud,
Nope,
but yeah, it's
compared to last year.
a little bit of a lull right at this particular moment, but it's been an abnormally high amount of stroke type heart attack calls. I'm not sure what's going on, but that seems to be still pretty high.
Mhm. Conspiracy theories,
I know,
COVID shots.
it seems pretty strange.
I heard that the other day. I said, well, I had all.
And I'm gonna have to have a meeting with the 3 entities here pretty soon.
Mhm.
There's some citizens that have had some things happen in their family and they are still kind of worked up about it. And they've
Should
all
be.
met with me and we need to, somebody needs to spearhead it and say, okay, this is what's happened. Was it done correctly? And if it wasn't, what did we learn from it so it doesn't happen again? And I guess that's gonna be me.
Yeah, I had a conversation with Damon last week.
So I gotta pick a date and what do we got here?
That's Wapalos, you got rings on.
Oh, okay. And I guess have those tough conversations that aren't gonna be very fun to have, but
Yeah, but
if we don't police ourselves, I don't know who else.
if
is gonna
something
do
don't come out of it that don't remedy the situation,
Right,
then
right.
Then we need to step in.
it. Yeah. Cause right now, there's no one overseeing any of that, other than each department overseeing themselves.
Mhm.
There's nobody policing
Yeah,
when something
Well,
goes sideways.
I think since one group works underneath another group,
Yeah.
I think that group needs to police it.
But you're right, but let's look into the future.
Yeah.
Let's say that individual group, something goes wrong. I think they'll figure it out on their own, but someone still needs to
That's
step
what
up and go, hey, you know,
I think when we make up our original board, once the election
yeah,
better comes through, or maybe we have to do one anyway. A group that oversees it. I think it needs to be done. I agree with you 100%. And I think
a catalyst just to bring it together is more than anything.
somebody neutral.
Yeah,
And I think the people running that departments agree with the same idea.
you need a voice just to say, hey,
An oversight.
we're here to make this better. We're not here to make it worse.
Right.
We need to learn.
I agree. And that is
And it may be that they don't have the right equipment, or maybe they're not trained well enough on it. Hey, there's a new piece of equipment out and we could have really used it here. I'm just trying to be polite about it, okay?
we both worked.
Yeah.
Without saying too much.
Well, we're gonna try to make it better. That's all we can do.
Mhm. It's,
Better's our goal.
that's, it isn't to pick on anybody, it's to make a better.
Yeah, better system.
It's part of our oath. Health and safety.
Mhm.
Some of the things, courthouse been kind of quiet, weekend, everything goes good over there.
Good. All right, what's next?
Okay, we looked at. We're done with the ambulances, we're
Yeah.
down to the
I haven't
auditors.
seen the morning sun yet.
Send it your way. There you go.
Okay, that's
Well, I've seen both July and August.
8 calls.
Yeah, you have 19, no transfers, so
The next thing is review auditor appointments, so. Pass that around, and we'll look at it and discuss.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I was looking here on that, let me see, we got two ones, one must be the ambulance. And then it says commercial loan, one's real estate, the other one's,
The ambulance,
so 1382 must be the ambulance.
those are the two loans they have outstanding right now.
You still gonna be able to go over and meet with Jennifer and.
Yep.
Okay.
Why not?
That's an issue. See if that's reoccurring.
Mhm.
Think about it. Just like to know what it is. Oh, this is, been a pretty good couple, 3 weeks.
Quiet?
Yeah, I like it. Not used to that.
I guess that's how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Kind of feels like a well-oiled machine.
I think I'm gonna start asking Adam to come in at 8:45 though.
Yeah, you're,
Up his game.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we all reviewed this out of our appointments.
yep,
Yeah.
And Randy was just in to hand in a
Application for,
board of health.
yep. It's right here, you probably wanna put it in. Selena might wanna put it in that folder. And we put it,
Did the board of health have an ad in the paper that they were taking ads?
I don't think so.
No,
We were just kind of out looking around and asking if
Okay.
anybody wanted to apply.
Okay,
do we want it on next week's agenda?
I would say. I'm good with it.
Because it's usually been done word of mouth, people in the medical profession or.
okay.
He's been on there. He kind of knows how everything.
Yep.
goes, so.
For next week's agenda, how do you want me to? Review applications for board of health.
How did Randy find out about it? Okay.
Review applications and appointments.
Okay.
Okay, I'm looking over the claims and.
Did you do the payroll change? There was, I believe, one in there.
Yeah, we all reviewed.
Yeah.
You all reviewed that one?
Yeah.
And it was. Someone in the treasurer's office
Yeah.
just getting their
Bumped up in a
year.
scale.
Yeah,
I don't think it's been a year, has it?
Or maybe 90 days,
days.
probably a 90 day, yeah, it's been there that long.
I don't know, it goes by fast, I don't know.
Here comes Adam probably.
Yes. Oh,
You're late. No.
where you been? We're almost done. Again, I'm not on the schedule, so I come whenever I want to.
I know. Can you get up earlier?
I was in at 5:45. And then,
I keep you at 9 o'clock.
but I'm
I
not,
do 8:45.
but I'm not on the list.
I'll put you on a list.
Oh, I've been asking that for 5 years, and I haven't been on the list. No. Guess we had a long weekend and hasn't rained much, so haven't been doing much blading. Or anything, I'm working on some ditching and piping projects, we're kind of finishing up a couple things this week. Next week, we're gonna close down G28 up north to do those big road patching projects. Again, our guys will be there Monday and Tuesday to rip out the old concrete, bring in some rock. And then higher construction will come in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and pave it back for us. So hopefully the weather stays warm and it all cures within a decent amount of time. So probably a week and a half to 2 weeks of closure up there. So
They were fixing some cracks, last Thursday or Friday on G56.
G52,
Two.
the D road is what
Yeah.
they call that. Yeah, so we
That state,
no, that's us.
Okay.
Every year, out of our concrete and asphalt maintenance budget. We do about $100,000 worth of crack sealing. So they come and blow out all the gunk in between the cracks and fill it with the tar, and then they have a little thing that keeps the banding about that wide, because they're originally when they did it, it was kind of wider and it didn't look very good, so we got them to do that. Something, about $8,000 to $10,000 a mile if we do every single joint, all the along the center line and every cross joint, and then every random cracking and all that. We do that as a means to keep water out of the base, and there's a lot of those are concrete over top of asphalt that are underneath them, so we don't have the water to get through, and it sits there and freezes thaw. We do that because I guess a thing I'm concerned about, is a lot of our, especially west of Wapello, we've got a lot of late 70s or early 80s, mid 80s concrete that. And one of the benefits we have in our system is those are all pretty decent roads, don't require a lot of maintenance. They're getting older now, and I desperately want to keep them in good shape. Because once those start going, that's $1 million a mile. So spend that $10,000 every 10 years, and it's not a bad deal. It's working out pretty good. I think we're doing 8 to 10 miles. I think 10 miles this year, so it works out to be. I think next year I've got some asphalt. After you overlay asphalt, you've got a couple of years in, you usually have to come in and do some joint filling, as that asphalt, all that. And I go, okay, here's the spots, and you go in and get them done on that. So that's what they're doing. I always, there's two companies that do a lot of it, Denco and Bargain Incorporated, and I bid it out, and they're usually within a couple $1,000 of each other. Like on this one was 102, and the other 104 or something like that. So Denco usually gets our concrete work, and Bargain usually gets our asphalt work. So yeah, that's usually about this time of year, so they do that kind of stuff. So
well, I got caught in the traffic, so that's how I know.
Yeah, so. Um. Other than that, like I said, they're out ditching and hauling dirt yet. Hopefully, get some rain at some point, or it did sprinkle a little bit, this morning, a little bit out. 6:40 over south of Columbus City, it's sprinkled a little bit, but. Not enough shit to not do anything, so. So, we got. 2 more Mondays of, actually, one more Monday of 8s, or of 10-hour days, and then we're back to 8s. I did extend it another week to be able to do that concrete work. Kind of a deal where they get what they want, I get what I want, so. So.
Let's hope for a dry winter, so we don't have to plow too much.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah.
We are packed full of sand and salt, but guess what happens.
Last couple haven't been too bad, so.
No, it snowed until after the New Year's, except for, was it a couple years ago, it snowed on Thanksgiving, or on Halloween. That was kind of crazy, but.
And Fridays. It always did it on Friday night, so we had snow.
For us, I don't know what, been a couple years that it only snowed on Saturdays, so.
Yeah, Friday night, Saturdays.
We
Pretty much the whole winter.
It gets into that cycle.
it repeats.
Friday.
Yeah,
Every week.
it was a couple years ago. I just never missed a Friday night or a Saturday.
This spring, I mean, I know from soccer, it was like Thursdays. Every Thursdays we got cold, wet, snow.
Yeah.
So it's in that pattern.
Uh,
Right now we're in the dry pattern.
Jordy's gonna come talk to you this week when, if you have time to go out, to look at the landfill.
Okay.
I talked to him, we're gonna put a sewer in today, septic in, and then now, instead of hot since we're done.
There's a bunch of dirt out there on top as well. Yeah, I'm on top of that. I
They
guess,
haul a few loads in.
yeah,
Yeah, we gotta get that knocked down.
yeah, well, we get it done, talk about.
Before they look at it again.
So.
He's not going out there meeting with you this week, so that's the
Okay.
plan.
Okay, so, I'm sure. What he was told you about the gas. The gas work up on, up at Let's is done, and, cleaning their bill to the county, vote for it, and I thought, got past review, right? So. Other than that, I don't know much, so.
We heard today they're gonna do that dirt work bid for up to Newport. Is that September next Friday?
It wouldn't be, is probably,
It's on Tuesdays, isn't it?
probably next Tuesday, because they wouldn't do it
Yeah,
today,
it's on Tuesday,
day after holiday, so I'm guessing 16th or something, so.
because they're moving a gas line to do that right
You
now.
know, I'm guessing they're moving all kinds of stuff, so. You know,
So basically, what's called some pipeline, it's gotta be put like 8 or 10 foot deep in the ground.
yeah, I'm sure. I'm working on getting a follow-up meeting with the DOT, got set up on just on update on us, on our area. Did you say something about the Highway 61 meeting or whatever?
Yeah, it should be before the end of the month. It'd probably be like the last. I'll let you know when it comes.
Okay.
I haven't got anything yet, but usually they send it out. And I imagine it'll probably be the 28th. This one usually is last Thursday of the month.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Should be around then, by when, but.
Yeah.
Never know, so. All right, anything else going on out there? Sorry, I don't have anything too interesting to talk about today, so.
You didn't come in with a handful of papers, so we do it.
Hey, one other thing, you wanna mention, out there, at the corner of, X 37, where it breaks off and goes down to Morning Sun.
come at the 5 Mile Lane, head south, and there's that curve, right?
Right.
40, 50 years ago, that curve was like a smaller curve, and the county bought the land and rounded off that. The owners to the south side, name Konechny, the guy's a state trooper, he is commissioned survey to get part of that old right of way out there back onto his property. It's right away, and honestly, we don't do anything with it, so.
Is that the one that comes to the point right at the top of the hill? On that property?
Yeah, I think so, so.
I seen that. That was ours right there.
Yeah, so, he's working with the surveyor to get that done, and he actually has a plat done, and I meant to bring it today, but I just forgot about it, but we'll go through an abandonment process on that one.
But we've got a process to go through.
Yeah, so,
But yeah, get it back on tax roll.
Is that right?
yeah, I think it's half an acre or something.
Yeah, it's quite a little bit. I was kind of
Yeah.
surprised that you still had that.
And the other half, I believe, belongs to Danny Boyce, and so she might want hers back at some point too. So.
On the other side,
Well, the old road.
Yeah.
Which is 100 feet south of the new road. Half of the right of way goes back to the south.
oh,
half.
because of that square off, her part squared off.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Mhm.
It's at an angle, so they get the opposite side also too. Yes.
They get what was originally theirs for the original road was there, is my understanding of it, so.
When was that bought?
Late 60s, I think,
Sixties, okay.
something like that. Because you wouldn't remember that, would you?
No, I'm still in diapers. No,
Well.
I vaguely remember, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. All right, well. That's it, that's all I have to say.
I mean, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for showing up.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, I'll let you know when Jordy's.
Thanks, Adam.
Yep, thanks.
Well, let's review claims and. All right.
And you need to make the motion for this.
I will do that.
We must have one of the deputies going through.
JD is right now. He started. last
Quentin
week.
Walker looks like he went to some instruction too.
Yeah, his was down in,
There was a
St. Louis?
school resource, what you're talking about is, I think, a school resource class that.
wasn't it?
Quentin.
It was in St. Louis.
Quentin went to that though. That'd have been JD.
That would have been another different training,
Yeah. Cause JD
There was-
started academy last Monday.
yeah, the 28th, I believe,
Yeah.
August.
It's 6 weeks now, I think.
Yeah, there was a lot of schooling that people went to.
Yeah.
I noticed
Mhm.
doing time sheets.
When's Adam's last? Coming up?
Probably next week,
Probably ought to get that on the agenda too.
yeah.
Do the official handoff.
Adam Cowell. We just like to have a formal. See that new car's on there.
Yeah, sure is. They sure like it, I tell ya. Yeah, that's new. Right?
Yep.
Beats the crap out of an old beat up police car.
Yep. Seats a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, right?
And they did get the title, maybe he's applying for the license.
So I've done some research, there was some problems with the Dodge cars. And trucks, because Wapalos had a problem with their Dodge truck. On making them police vehicles, so I did some research on that, apparently. Dodge has an oiling issue at idle. So a normal person with the car doesn't experience it. But when you put them into fleet service
Gotcha.
with that extended idle time
Mhm.
is when those motors start having issues.
Hmm.
So,
Well, they've had theirs failed twice now on a call.
yeah, they're gonna put a new motor in this truck. They think the truck's worth it, which is, the truck's worth like 15 grand.
Yeah.
Now, that was Wayne's truck, and
Yeah.
then got into Wayne, and there was an issue with it. I think they repaired it, but then the motor actually completely failed,
Okay.
and they're gonna go ahead and put a motor in it. But, I guess what I'm saying is, I need to talk to Brandon, and if they're gonna buy the Chargers and the trucks, they need to have a different protocol to extend the life of them. Because,
Would
that
full
oiling-
synthetics help?
it's already full synthetic.
Okay.
That's what Dodge recommends. Now, I don't know if where they're taking them is doing that.
Okay.
Um. If you're going somewhere and getting a $30 oil change, you're not getting full synthetic.
No.
They're $60 or $80 oil.
Oh, yeah.
Like my truck is
Yeah.
200 and
Yeah,
like grand and
yeah,
270 bucks.
it's not good.
And an oil change.
Yeah, I have a Combine, just change the fluids, $5,000.
Isn't that amazing?
That's when they get a used one in, you inquired about it, that's the first thing they do is add 5,000 to it, because that's what it takes to change the fluids.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
How often do you change it? Once a season?
Yeah, but then there's some fluids like the hydraulic and the finals that you might change every 3 to 5 years, depending on hours.
Yeah, 'cause I was surprised that my tractor, they just changed the fluids in it the other day and everything. It was only 400 bucks. I figured it'd be more.
Yeah, usually if they change the hydraulic or the
Yes.
rear end, it's a bunch of gallons at $12 a gallon. 30 or 40 gallons.
But it made a difference. It was starting to whine.
Is everybody comfortable with the
Yeah.
claims?
I'll make a motion to accept the claims.
I'll make the motion and you second. That was mine.
Fine.
She said,
Yeah.
No problem.
I'm good.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
All right.
Aye. Well, that concludes our agenda. I would say we're ready to adjourn.
You got that signed copy there?
Yeah, let you guys initial that. There's a total on the claims, Jim, 280.
This last day of hot weather out.
Yeah.
I gotta start wearing a hat. It's getting thinner up here, but I got blisters. over my head.
And getting sunburned.
Terrible.
Well, this time of year, the sun has more power.
Yeah, it does.
Motion for adjournment?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Uh,